Well, hello everyone. My name is Zachary O'Shea, and this is Box of Teeth. I have another undead horror, a zombie specifically, for all of you for Dungeons & Dragons right now. In Dungeons & Dragons, most role-playing games, and heck, most media in general, zombies are just a faceless horde in a horror scenario that don't have a whole lot of personality beyond wanting to eat brains and being pretty visually disgusting. However, in your game, if you sprinkle in a couple of zombies with their own unique traits, personality, and look, it can be very, very impactful. And I want to cover one of those for you today, which is Rust Maw. A horrific abomination, Rust Maw used to be a big game hunter before death swept the region. Now its quarry is any living humanoid on which it can feast. No one can quite say how its lower jaw was replaced with a rusted bear trap, or exactly how deep the chain that's attached goes deep into its undead gullet. One thing's for sure, however, this gives it quite the nasty bite. Worse yet, it can change other living zombies into traps of sort. These zombies explode in rains of gore and mire down fleeing enemies, so Rust Maw and its hanger-ons can pounce and feast. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at Rust Maw's statistics for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Rust Maw is a challenge rating 3 medium undead that is neutral evil. It has a pretty low armor class, but an okay number of hit points because, again, it is a zombie. It's immune to poison damage, the poisoned condition, as well as exhaustion and restrained. Like any other zombie, it has undead fortitude. It also has keen smell, so it gets advantage on perception checks based on smell, and it does also have a survival skill because it is a hunter, and enough kind of remains in its maggoty brain to remember those sort of rudimentary skills. On top of that, it has Lockjaw. This relates to the bite attack we're going to talk about in a moment, but that bite attack can cause grappling. The Lockjaw effect, however, as part of it means the creature's not restrained. They can move up to 10 feet away from Rust Maw, but they're still linked by that chain, and each turn they take some necrotic damage as their life force is slowly drained away. Until they are released, Rust Maw cannot make another bite attack or use Lockjaw at that time. He does have multi-attack, so he can make 2 slam attacks. He's got that bite attack that causes grappling. And then on top of that, he does have trap smithing, which is a recharge ability. He chooses a zombie that he can see within a certain area of effect. That zombie explodes in a rain of gore, and the shards of bones and the like mire the living around it down. Those creatures need to succeed on a save, or they become restrained for the next minute, and then all the rest of the zombies can move in as they can't get away. Of course, like similar effects, creatures that are restrained can repeat the save at the end of each turn with the effect ending on success. I think Rust Maw is a great creature to throw into a zombie mob to kind of spice it up a little bit, but I'd love to hear how you would use it in your own campaign down below. You can find him, along with other zombies and heck, hundreds of other horror-themed monsters, all for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and all perfectly free at boxofteeth.blogspot.com. If you're more interested in the horror-themed projects that I have for role-playing games that are not Dungeons & Dragons, or the horror fiction that I write that includes Grease Paint right here. It's got a killer clown. It may have zombies. I'm not going to say one way or the other. You can always go to www.zacharyoshea.com. As always, thank you for your time and your attention. Have a great evening.